Welcome to the Depth Dive. Today, we're tackling a really big question, pulling from our source material. How do we actually measure a successful life?
Yeah, and we're zeroing in on, well, one of the most famous reflections out there from 2 Timothy chapter 4.
Right, so our mission really is to cut through some of the usual noise about success.
Exactly. How do these sources define it? How do they frame that shift maybe from regret to, well, gratitude at the end?
And there's this hook right at the start. The sources kind of say, to judge a life, look at its final moments.
Which immediately challenges things like, fame or how much money you made.
Totally. It dismisses them as the ultimate measure.
It's like if the world talks about ROI, return on investment, these sources are arguing for, let's call it ROF, return on fidelity, faithfulness.
Okay, ROF, I like that. Let's unpack that fidelity then. Segment 1, Paul's big statement in 2 Timothy 4.7. He says, I have fought the good fight, I have finished the race, I have kept the faith. But hang on. Paul's history, he wasn't perfect. He persecuted Christians pretty intensely before his conversion.
Right.
So how can he say he fought the good fight with such confidence? Doesn't that past sort of undercut this final reflection?
Well, that's precisely where the power of this idea lies, I think. His life wasn't perfect, far from it.
Okay.
But his final assessment isn't based on, a flawless record. It's rooted in his unwavering faithfulness to the new mission he received after encountering Jesus.
So it's about the commitment after the change.
Exactly. Success here isn't about never messing up. It's about endurance and staying true to a purpose bigger than yourself, even after failures.
So faithfulness is the metric, not worldly success. How does the daily grind fit in? How does it prepare us?
Well, that brings us straight back to those metaphors.
Yeah.
The race and the fight.
Yeah.
The sources challenge you, the listener, directly. What race are you actually running? Is it the one God set out for you? Or is it the world's race, chasing, temporary validation?
And fighting the good fight, what does that look like day to day?
It means staying focused, right?
Yeah.
Even when you're tired or when it's difficult. Maintaining that core commitment.
And the reward, the incentive, isn't what people think. Verse 8 talks about this crown of righteousness.
Laid up not just for Paul, but for all who have loved his appearing.
Awarded by the Lord, the righteous judge. So it's this ultimate divine acknowledgement that the struggle was worth it.
Yeah, a validation that transcends earthly applause. And, just before Paul gives his own reflection, he passes the baton, so to speak.
Right. The charge to Timothy in verses 1 to 5.
Exactly. He tells him, preach the word, be ready in season and out of season, endure suffering, basically, fulfill your ministry. It's a call to keep that integrity.
And there's a warning there, too, isn't there? It feels incredibly relevant right now.
Oh, definitely. Paul warns Timothy about a time when people will turn away from sound teaching.
They'll gather teachers to suit their own passions because they have itching ears.
Itching ears. Such a vivid phrase. It basically describes this tendency to seek out only what confirms what we already believe or desire. Ancient language for confirmation bias, really.
So if you only listen to things that soothe you or tell you what you want to hear,
you wander off into myths, as the text says. Staying faithful, keeping the faith, means seeking truth, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it challenges your passions.
Okay, so let's bring it all together for the listener. What's the core takeaway?
I think the sources are pretty clear. True success isn't measured by your bank account or your reputation at the end.
It's about living faithfully with that focused endurance.
So that your last moments, your last breath, can be filled with genuine gratitude, not gnawing regret.
Right. Living in a way that earns that well done.
And maybe one final thought for you to really chew on comes from verse 6. Paul says he's already being poured out like a drink offering.
That imagery of sacrifice.
Yeah, drink offering was poured out completely. It signified total dedication, being spent for the mission. He knew his departure was imminent.
So the final thought is,
what would it look like for you to live each day as if you're already being poured out, as if your departure is imminent? How does knowing the end is near sharpen your focus on the very next choice you have to make?